Hello everybody, it's Makito. I hope everybody's having a good day. Has had a good day so far. We had a great last video. We're in the road for a reason, but as always, I'll go over the picks at the end of the video. But when it comes to this video, we have another pretty good slate when it comes to Sunday. As always, if I do have any added plays, it will be in the pinned comment either later tonight, but more than likely tomorrow. Both of these plays are for the early games. They're like 5:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. Central Time. So both of these games will be early. So hopefully you catch these plays. If you don't see this tonight, then by the time you watch it in the morning, the games and the plays will probably already be done. I will try to have added plays, but I do work in the morning. I'll try to look in between the games if I do have added plays. Check around to be safe, maybe 30 minutes before the game starts. An hour before the game starts is when lineups are confirmed. Maybe lines might have been added, lines might have been changed, and just things like that. So I'll try to have added plays. If I do, they will be there. And as always, any pictures you see on the screen is from a data app called Outlier. It's a great resource app. You can use my link in the description. If you use my link, you get access to not just soccer, but all sports, whether it's NBA, NFL. You can find a lot of great plays based off of matchups, based off of home and away, based off of teammates being injured. Literally any statistic that you can think of, they will have it. It's not just those basic ones. It goes really in depth when it comes to defense, offense. When it comes to soccer, they talk about like through balls, percentage of passes, and just things like that. So 7-day free trial. If you don't like it, you could always cancel it, but there's no reason not give it a try. Link for that in the description. But other than that, I'll get straight into my plays. The first play that I found that I like is a safer play, and that's Dean Henderson to go higher than 1.5 saves at home for Crystal Palace going up against Man U. Again, it's a safer play. You can take the 2.5 line if you want to. I was going to take that one at first, but the hit rate is much better with the 1.5 compared to the 2.5. So I'm playing a little safer, rather have a quality over quantity. I would say that as well. But he has the best matchup possible here against Man U, who on average have allowed the most saves a game to opponents at 3.8. They average the third most shots on target overall, so that's a big part of it as well. They average 5.2 shots on target a game, so he's gone over in 75% of games so far this season. He's played well. He's saved 74.3% of the shots on target that he has faced so far. A keeper normally saves around 66 to 67. 70 is good. He's over. He's at 74.3%, so he's had a good season so far. He's prevented 3.88 expected goals from opponents. That's really good. So again, he's had a good season. It is not just because of him. Crystal Palace as a team have played well defensively. They have the second best defense in the league, better than Man U, better than Man City, better than Chelsea. Only Arsenal have a better defense. Crystal Palace have played well, and that just means Man U will have a tough time breaking through this Crystal Palace defense, so he should get some good saves here. Besides, Cunha is out for Man U, so they're going to struggle even more on offense. Doesn't mean they won't get the shots on target. If anything, that just means that the ones that they do get won't be as great as the quality. He played them twice last season, as you can see on the screen. He went over in both games with 7 and 2 saves, but the 7 saves coming at home. So again, Man U struggled to score away from home. I expect them to struggle here as well, and Dean Henderson will get those chances. And just rest-wise is actually, I guess, against us, as you can say, because Crystal Palace is in the Conference League. They played a couple days ago, while Man U only have the Premier League. So all they have to focus on is that. So they have a couple more days rest than Palace, so they can try to take advantage of that. But at 1.5, I like the line and I like the matchup. So I like Dean Henderson to do higher than 1.5 saves. And then the second play that I found that I like is Cesare Casadei to go higher than 33.5 passes away from home for Torino, going up against Lecce. It doesn't look good on paper if you look at just the full games. Out of 11 starts this season, he's gone over in 5 out of 11. So he's only gone over in a little under 50% of games. But you need context in those plays. Those 6 games that he's gone under in this season have been against every single top 6 team when it comes to passes conceded. He's had nothing but tough matchups. Every miss has been against the top 6 teams when it comes to passes. Como, Juventus, Roma, Napoli, Bologna, and Inter Milan. He's played all those tough teams, hence why he's gone under. But now he has been more of a key player this season. And in the 11 games that he has started, he's played the full game in 9 of 11 games. So pretty good chance he plays the full game compared to last season, which he only started in 12 games and he only played full minutes in 4 of those. He's had a more key part to their team this season, and he has a good matchup here against Lecce, who averaged the 5th least possession, and they allow the 8th 8th most passes to opponents. So he has a great matchup here. And with this being an away game, if there was a home game for Torino, I would fade this play because Torino would likely go up. But with this being an away game for them, I anticipate this being a much more of a closer game, which means they shouldn't take the lead super early and give up the ball. If anything, it'll be a close game, and he should get the ball more, which is what I like. And according to Outlier, he's gone over this mark in his last 4 out of 5 games against bottom 10 teams for passes allowed. And if you look at the last 5 games, only 3 of those have been from this season, despite him starting in 11 games. That again, he's played against these tough matchups, but now he has a good matchup here. He's gone over in all 3 good matchups this season, and the 2 that weren't, one of them was against Lecce. As you can see, he played him in the full minutes last season, and he went over against them, which is what I like. And then the other game, the one game in which he did miss, was last season, in which he only played 70 minutes. I believe he had like 28 passes, so if he would have played the full game, very likely he goes over. So he's a box-to-box player who's involved on both offense and defense. You can take this bump up to 36.5. I wouldn't take it higher than that, but at 33.5, I like the line and the matchup as well. So I like Cesare Casadei to a higher than 33.5 passes. But as always, before I get into my money line play, I would really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It's a great way to support the channel, whether it's just showing support, whether it's asking questions, whatever it might be. It helps boost the video to the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos do go out. I do also let y'all know in my Discord, which is linked as well. I let y'all know when I post, when I don't post, when I have added plays. Other people post their plays, and it's just a great community, and it's free. I don't hide any picks. You can get all my picks for free on this YouTube video and the pinned comments. Again, the Discord is free as well, so there's no reason not to join. And the only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership, which is linked in the description as well. Or there should be a join button next to the subscribe button. It's just for those that want to support the channel a little more, and you do get the content out earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are already got the picks and the video before everybody else. Again, it's a great way to support the channel, and it helps try to avoid potential bumps because these lines can be a little sharp. I mentioned Outlier in the beginning as well, so I really want to thank anybody and everybody that supports me in any way, and I'll get straight into my money line play. I have one money line play for y'all. I got this for -127. The first place in Spain La Liga, and that's the Real Madrid 3-way money line away from home going up against Girona. Just matchup-wise and history-wise, Real Madrid have played well against Girona. In the last 2 seasons, they've played them 4 times, and they've won in all 4 of those games. They kept the clean sheet in all 4 of those games, so they were able to score. They were able to defend, and I can see a similar thing happening so far, at least in this game. And Girona, in general, they've played poorly this season. Out of 20 teams, they're third to the bottom. They're 18th out of 20th place in the league. They have a bottom 5 offense. They have a bottom 5 defense, and they're now playing Real Madrid, who have a top 5 offense and a top 5 defense. Real Madrid is healthy on offense. Courtois should be back this game, and Mbappe's coming off a game in the Champions League in which he scored 4 goals, and they won that game. And Real Madrid as a team are averaging the second most shots on target a game at 7.3. Now playing Girona, who allowed the second most shots on target at 5.8, and the second most shots at 17.3. Real Madrid need to win this game to get first place again. Barcelona right now are a game ahead, and they're 2 points ahead. So Real Madrid need to win this game to at least be a point above. And if they draw this game, depending on how other games go, they could drop down to third. So they can't afford to lose this game. Anything else is going to be bad for them. And Girona still have a lot of injuries on both offense and defense. And those injuries are all starters. Daley Blind, Lopez, Van de Beek, Lamar, Porto. A lot of starters that have been out injured for them. Hence why a lot of their form has been bad. But just matchup-wise, I expect them to win this game and get the job done. So I like the Real Madrid 3-way money line going up against Girona. And the second play that I found that I like is in the English Premier League, and that's Brighton to score away from home, going up against Nottingham Forest. If you want better value, you can take both teams to score. But I feel like anytime I take that play, something happens, whether it's 0-0 or whatever it might be. But I like Brighton to score here. They have a good matchup against Forest. Well, yes, they have picked up some form. They beat that Liverpool team, but Liverpool has been in bad form as well. They've conceded in all 6 home games so far this season, including against worst offenses compared to Brighton. I'm not saying they're bad offenses, but Brighton is a better team. And with teams like Sunderland, West Ham, and Leeds United being able to score against Nottingham Forest, there's no reason Brighton can't either. They've allowed the 5th most shots on target, shots in general per game at 13.8, and Brighton have scored in 83% of games this season. 10 out of 12 games they've been able to score. Only 2 games they failed to score, and that was against Crystal Palace, who I mentioned earlier, so tough defense, and Everton, who's also a tough defense, and they missed a penalty in that game. So they should have scored in that game. In general, they've played well offensively this season. Nottingham Forest have some defensive injuries as well, with Zinchenko, Aina, and Douglas Luiz, and Welbeck, their striker, and Minte, their winger, have been in good form lately, and I feel like this is a game that Brighton could potentially, I guess, upset Nottingham Forest just because they've been in good form. Nottingham Forest has still done pretty poorly defensively, even at home. Again, they've conceded in all 6 games, so I see them scoring here. So like Brighton to score away from home, going up against Nottingham Forest, paired with the Real Madrid 3 and money line for -127. Thank you everybody for watching. I will quickly go over last video's picks. We swept the video, hit the moneyline play, hit both YouTube plays, so we did great. Moneyline wise, the -135 play. Atletico Madrid won that game 2-0. They scored 2 goals, and then we had the Juventus 3 moneyline going up against Cagliari. I say you could have took their over 1.5 goals as a lean with better value. That hit as well, but they came through. They won their game 2-1, and then I had 2 plays when it came to the video plays without including the added play. I had Tavernier over 1.5 shots. He hit by halftime, if I'm not mistaken. And then I had Nico Williams over 2 shots. He hit as well. He had 3 shots. Might have had 4, but I know he scored in that game. So just great reads there. We swept the video 3-0. I did have one play, which was top to get at least 2 shots. He got subbed out at the 70th minute. He got injured, unfortunately, so we were just unlucky there. He had 1 shot. If he would have played the full game, I'm confident he would have got at least that 2nd shot. But unfortunately, did get injured. Could have swept the full day. Still swept the video. We've been on great form. Player prop wise, we added the money line plays again. We hit that, so hopefully we can continue that form going into Sunday slate. I probably won't have a video tomorrow because I think Monday only has like a 1 or 2 game slate, but I will try to post Monday night for Tuesday's games. And like I mentioned, if I have any added plays, it will be in the pinned comment and in the Discord, so keep an eye out for those. I'll try to post, but other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.